So in order to believe that you're responsible for your life, you have to believe that there's a second person somewhere that's responsible for this thing. There is no you. So if there's no you, how can you be responsible for something? And point out to me where the you is that is responsible for this life, your life. You have to think, and you have to be divided to think that. Here's life, here's you, and you think you're responsible for this, right? It's some kind of way you have to separate yourself from this and think that there's a second person. And there is no second person.
What about split personality?
That's the devil. It's still the nature of the devil. So there is no you to be responsible for your life. In your mind, and that's what the devil does, because the devil is divided. He is always making you think there's day and there's night. There's young and there's old. There's new and there's old. There's right and there's wrong. That's a divided life. God is whole. He's one. He's not divided at all. And if you keep your mind where your body is, you would not be divided. You would be one. You would be whole. Christ came that we may be whole. Satan is divided. Whenever you think about the future or the past, you're divided. You think there's a yesterday and you think there's a tomorrow. When in reality, there is no yesterday and there is no tomorrow. It's an illusion. You want to be whole. That's why you want to stay in the present. Another reason to stay in the present. You don't want to live a divided life. Because you'll think you're good and you'll think you're bad. And if you think you're good, you got to think you're bad. But if you don't have an opinion about either one, you're just whole, you wouldn't be thinking either way. You just be. You just want to be. God breathed life into us and we became a living being. And he provided life and everything. That makes sense a little bit? So you got to come out of this imagination. It's all a setup. Stop putting titles to your vices or anything. Don't ever call yourself those things anymore. All it does is divide you. Because if you think you're an alcoholic, then when you don't drink, you're going to think you're not an alcoholic. And then when you do drink again, you're going to think you are an alcoholic again. Now you're downhill again. But if you had no opinion about it, if you weren't divided, you'll be fine. Isn't that interesting, huh? Heaven is on earth, but it's in the mind. You have a clear mind, you have paradise. You have a dark mind. Oh, one last thing about the mind I realized this morning. When you fly in an airplane and before it go above the sky, it's like all you see is clouds, right? And then once it goes beyond the cloud, you see sky, right? That's what the mind does to us. When we get into the imagination, it clouds the light and we can't see the light. But when you rise above the imagination, you can see the light. It's like that. That's why you should stay out of the imagination. Stay out of thoughts. All right? Did that help a little bit? I hope it helped a little bit. Yes, real fast.
Are we responsible for staying aware?
Partly, by these assignments I'm giving you. But after a while, you won't have to be responsible. Because once you're truly aware, there's no darkness anymore. You're just of the light. And that can be. So the assignment is, I want you to continue to keep the mind where the body is, as much as possible. But I want you to start what is called self-comment. So let's say you're driving down the road and something tell you left the, it makes you think about the past, or it tells you you left the lights on at home. Your first question should be, who just told me that? I didn't say that to myself. Who said that? You know, and when the feelings come with, because a feeling will come with the thought. Right after the thought is a feeling. That's not me feeling that way. I'm not accepting that anymore. I'm not accepting the good feeling or the bad feeling. Where did that come from? And you're going to notice it came from a thought, and the thought didn't come from you. And you look around the car, ain't nobody else in the car but you. Somebody said it. But you didn't make it up. You didn't say it. It was said up here. Everything starts with a thought. So this week, I want you to watch that for a week. It says, you know, who is it? I didn't say that. I didn't say I was evil, or I didn't say I was good, or I didn't say that. I didn't think about my enemy. What made me think about the past? Who brought that to my attention? It's not you doing it. So this week, do self-comments. Is that clear? Amazing. I am so out of time. Stay with the silent prayer. Become your own man, your own woman. You are as smart as me or anybody else in the world. It's common sense that comes from God. It really does, but you got to keep your eyes on yourself and stay with, no matter what happens, you stay with that. Do the silent prayer, www.silentprayer.video, and watch yourself. And if somebody can hurt your feelings or make you feel good, relax in it and know that it's not real. Don't accept it as a real. It's not real. It's an illusion. Feel good, feel bad, up and down. You don't want to live that way. You don't want to continue to live that way. Now, most people love living that way. They love it, and they're not going to give it up. A few will. You want life, all right? Thank you for your tithe and offerings and support. If you need counseling, you can call the office or go online, 800-411-BOND. But stay with the prayer. No matter what happens, stay with it. Stay with it. God is with you. Stay on the straight and narrow, folks. Don't look back and don't look forward. Stay present.